The Doctor Who Unbound range was a series of standalone stories running from 2003 to 2008 and would tend to explore a new idea or concept in each of its releases. They were essentially what if Doctor Who stories. So we have stuff like, what if the Doctor was evil? What if the Doctor was a woman? That one's the worst one, by the way. And what if Doctor Who was a senile old man, fed up with everything and created the story of the Doctor in his head to escape the depressing reality of life? It was Rob Shearman. What did you expect? If you want to know more about the series, then Nick's actually made a video covering them a little more in depth, so if you're interested I'll link that video below. But anyway, yeah, I think there's still a lot of potential in this range, and with the news of the range making a return later this year, I thought I would put together a few of my own ideas that I would maybe like to see down the line. I know Warner's Doctor has his own series now, and even the Gatis Master is getting about. But I mean more going back to the general idea of the one-off exploration of alternate realities. Especially with the extended canon with the new series, you could go to town exploring alternate outcomes. Here are just 4 that I came up with on a whim. Number 1. Devastation. What if the Daleks won the Time War? A story which would show the outcome from a different side. Or would it? Would there even be a difference? Considering when you look at things, it was only really the Doctor who lost out. But yeah, this, a universe where the only outcome is Dalek. And I mean Big Finish seem to be obsessed with using them at the moment. Like you cannot get away from these guys. Is as if Nick Briggs is writing himself in just so he can have a bigger paycheck at the end of the day. Number 2. Cold Invasion. With this I wanted to be a bit more experimental and play about with the fabric that makes Who and make a what if Doctor Who was an American sci-fi show. Now obviously we are going to have to be lenient on a few things. Such as, basic key lore would have to exist, otherwise it would be something else entirely. But with a completely different vibe. I suppose how Torchwood did Miracle Day, only hopefully not as drawn out and a lot better. I have made it a Cyberman story because I feel they are the most likely fit for something like this, as akin to the Board. I don't know. American sci-fi just seems to have a thing for cyborgs in general. Whether it would work or not I have no idea, but that's what I think makes this series stand out from your regular release. They can be a bit of an experiment, and Doctor Who as a franchise thrives off of new and unique ideas. Number 3. Negative Infinity. What if after the events of the War Games the Doctor could never leave Earth? Pretty self-explanatory really. The Doctor, unable to fix the TARDIS, has been trapped on Earth for so long now and has to adjust to just living out a normal life. Maybe you could do something in the vein of the 8th Doctor series Stranded, but I'd imagine it being a lot more unit-oriented. Maybe exploring the Doctor's relationship as Unit has changed over the years. Number 4. Time's End. What if the Doctor had died on Trenzalore in the time of the Doctor? The universe goes to shit and all of the children on Christmas get eradicated because without the Doctor they can no longer defend themselves, and the army of the Big Welds take over. You will join us. You will join us. You will join us. Anyway, they were just a few ideas I had. Please like and subscribe. Goodbye Weld Nation. Also send me money on Patreon.